Geekcast Joe here. As some of you know, I'm a morning person. As all of you know, morning people are the worst type of people. For help dealing with people like me, I recommend a switch to Death Wish Coffee, the world's strongest coffee. When you're checking out, be sure to use the discount code GEEKCAST for 15% off your order. Who knows? Maybe you'll become a morning person too. Death Wish Coffee, now available in the App Store and on Google Play.
What's up, everybody? GCR here, asking you to head on over to iTunes and subscribe and review our show. And then follow us on Twitter at GeekCastLive and retweet the hell out of us. I promise that if you do, I will eat this entire grapefruit. I'm not kidding. I'll eat the whole thing.
Hello, friends. Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/GeekCastLive. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Hey guys, Rob Bass here. Just wanted to let you know that if you like our podcast and want to support us, be sure to check us out at patreon.com/geekcastlive. That is patreon.com/geekcastlive.
It's a trap!
Hey everyone, welcome to episode 331 of the Geekcast Live podcast.
Pisces Jerome.
I am your host, GCR, and with me, like I am with them every week for
As always.
a long time.
Rob Bass.
Nico.
And Cartoon Joe.
What in the unholy hell was that?
Like I said, I'm in an empty house. At
Haunted?
it probably.
I believe it.
I was here the other night for MPW. I moved. I'm living in the new house now, and I was here for MPW Monday.
Wait, is that what you call the overpass?
Yes, yes, it's home now. And I was thinking to myself, I always watch those things where it's like, we asked this family of 5 to stay in this haunted mansion in Europe, and if they could spend the night, they win $1 million. And I was like, you know what? I can't do that because I'm in my own home where I've lived for 13 years, and this is creepy as fuck. It's just too quiet.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's haunted, you don't have to worry about that.
What about, like, lack of companionship?
Yeah, well, yeah, you're always going to have a friend there.
They hung people in my front yard, dude. These ghosts aren't friendly.
Not with that attitude, they aren't.
These ghosts are not friendly. So how is everyone else? Everything good?
No, it isn't. No. Since you asked, just a sidebar. We used to do a Nick's rant thing, but I haven't really had the gumption. I'm a little late to this soiree because I spent the last 4 hours at the county fair. Immediately following the first day of school for young children, because God hates me, obviously.
You don't seem county fairish.
You wouldn't have thought, but
because I know you're not going to eat any of the food there.
No, but the people watching, it's
I
on
won't,
point.
But which brings me to my point. As I violated a couple of these tenets, the kids and the wife and I were eating some ice cream, which is, I suppose fairly fair neutral. And the only place in the whole joint to sit down to eat said ice cream was
by the hog barn.
No, I have no problem with the swine crowd. What I have a problem with, and this just goes into what I believe is either my personal or just a general seventh circle of hell, child pageantry. We set up camp. The only 4 chairs to be found were at the Miss Winnebago County competition. And
I know you well enough to know that this is, if there was a handgun,
seething. There's not enough bullets.
Just pulled the trigger till it went click.
It's the worst. and I don't mean that as just a spectator trying to eat a treat. It's just the worst. And this is coming. I have 2 daughters. I feel disgusted and sad for those young women.
You aren't a pageanter at all?
I mean, it's awful for adults, but it's even worse for young girls. I mean, it's an awful message. It's all wrong.
It's terrible.
It's a combination of everybody gets a ribbon combined with, suicide-inducing heartache for 11-year-olds. It's awful.
Guest judge Honey Boo Boo show up.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you're not saying you're teaching a young lady to compete at something. It's as transparent and trite as anything can be. And it's just, it was awful and painful. And I thought I'd share it with you guys. And
that
coincidentally,
it's
why I'm late. So
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's real bad. It's real bad. And so don't support that.
Can I
remember to spay and neuter your children as well?
Can we stay on this this path of shit show?
Because it actually leads to my Olympics rant. So
great! I was getting ready to do the obligatory Olympic update.
Well, look at us. Maybe we're going to salvage this thing. You go ahead. I talked enough.
Did everyone hear the news about Olympic pole vaulter Hiroki Ojita from Japan?
Sure did.
Whose pole vault was
not good.
Interrupted by his sizable penis.
Good for him.
Boulder vault.
He had the height, but as he came down from the pole, his sizable penis hit the bar and knocked it off its pegs.
Is it racist to call it his wang?
That's a good question.
I'm just not sure.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think it is.
I don't think so. I think it's not racist at all. So yeah, that was my this week in Olympic penis jokes. Hiroki Ojita from Japan.
That's hard to top. That really is.
Unless you're going to talk about the fact that Ryan Lochte said, "What are you doing? I'm not doing anything wrong," and then got allegedly a gun pointed at his forehead while he was robbed forcibly by Brazilian police officers.
And then fled the country because he forgot to think it through that the Brazilian judicial system ain't like Law and Order SVU. And you don't get to be like courtesy interviewed by the hot chick and then ask for your lawyer. You just get thrown straight in the ass slam.
Yeah, it's not very good.
So the working theory now is that those dudes went to the spa that almost got Team USA in a little bit of hot water,
right,
and then got relieved of their wallets somehow in the establishment, and that's what started this kind of cockamamie story that's unraveling about their professional hit robbery.
So they got
because the only thing missing was their wallets. No jewelry,
right.
No gear, just wallets.
So they went to the spa.
The spa.
And Ryan Lochte got himself a hand jibber. And while that was going down, they Matt Damoned his wallet. Matt Damon since 12, his wallet.
Not from Team America?
No, Matt Damon.
This wasn't related to the wizard earlier, right? In the mage hand jobs?
No, if only.
Okay,
only tangentially.
Just wanted to be clear.
Only tangentially.
You don't have to make up a lie if you get a mage hand job. You just like, hey, this is what we're
I was walking down this. I went to the spa, and there was
take a minute to talk about how that's the best use of a cantrip ever.
There was this wizard.
It's not bad.
He wanted 5 pence for a hand jib, so I said, "Yeah,
sure." I don't think that was a wizard.
Yeah, I got 15 quid.
I don't think that was.
That was just an old dude in a pointy hat.
That was just Steve, the guy who lives by that road.
You know, with the robes and the staff.
And he also has a walking stick.
This guy had a familiar.
He usually hangs
that was a shopping cart, Rob.
House underpass, doesn't he?
He does. He does. He's our butler. He's my hand job mage. That's what
Everybody needs one.
He multi-classes.
Into
who
what?
wants to talk about synchronized swimming?
Me.
Sure.
Because I this carries over from last week because I'm filled with hate about the games of the Olympiad. But I also figured that sometimes I get a little too on my righteous high horse about what sucks about the Olympics. But in fact, they do call it the Olympic Games, not the Olympic sports competition. So maybe I'm semantically not in the right. But it seems like things that are mostly dance, it's really hard for me to think that person gets to say they're an Olympic gold medalist for the rest of their life. That sort of just chaps me. Not that it's not hard, not that it's not difficult.
Can we talk about other games that are fucking stupid now that we're talking about that?
Like dressage?
I think that we should replace dressage with chariot racing.
That I can do. I'm
all
jousting. If they want to keep the horses in, that's fine. They can, I guess, share the chance to win a human's medal. But let's do something that actually involves humans, like, jousting or chariot racing.
I watched handball
I think joust
today.
Would be fantastic.
I've been trying to follow as much handball as I can because I didn't realize that people played that outside of a fucking gym room.
Well, here's the thing. I'm telling you right now that I am the 12th best handball player in Slovakia.
I don't know. They take their handball serious.
Have you watched that game?
Only when I'm in the Jewish part of Brooklyn.
Nick, you're top 20 in United States handballers.
Is team handball the one that's like
team handball is the one where the score is like 57-56.
But it's like basketball without dribbling, kind of.
Right. You get 2 steps, and then you can dribble and get 2 more steps, or you can pass the ball. And then there's a line where you just can't pass unless you're in the air. So you just run towards the line, jump in the air, and throw the ball where the guy who's in the net isn't.
Yeah, it's like water polo on land.
I'm seriously, I would make, there's like 3 countries in the world that I wouldn't make the handball team in. All the other countries, I'm the best handball player in Trinidad and Tobago.
I don't know. They've got speed on you.
You don't need. That's the thing. You don't need speed.
Are you talking about the amphetamines?
Here's the thing. The defense in that game is you go stand around the arc, and if somebody goes to jump to throw the ball, you just take a charge. That's the game.
Well, all right. Well, what's the game where 2 people smack a tennis ball against a wall?
That's squash.
No, with your hand.
That's like wall ball.
Yeah,
handball.
I don't think that's Olympic.
I don't think it is either, but I thought that was handball.
I thought it was handball too. I was really confused as you were describing it to me.
Well, team handball is the one where you play on like a small gymnasium court, and
it's like like water polo and basketball kind of had a very, very illegitimate one night stand.
Right. I thought team handball was that new Amazon show for kids.
No, you're thinking of PJ Masks.
Oh, okay.
Nick, speaking of playing the game, I don't know why I didn't buy it, but I played the game at Gen Con.
Oh, crap. I totally forgot about that.
Me too. I just realized it when I did the whole...
Like a game called The Game or Our Game?
It's Our Game, but it's somebody actually monetized it.
Did you punch them and sue for copyright?
They actually... I deal you 7 cards... I deal me 7 cards. You lay a card out on the deck, and let's say it might say Robin Williams. You then have to play off of that card something that has to do with Robin Williams. And I might have in my hand
chest hair?
I might have it's all like actors, producers, actresses, movies, lines from movies. So I might say like Robin Williams, and you try to get as close a connection as possible. Like I could say, like Robin Williams was in What Dreams May Come with Peter O'Toole, and I'd lay my Peter O'Toole card down, and I got one step away from Robin Williams, and then you'd be able to lay off of Robin Williams or Peter O'Toole.
We've been training for this game for like 12 years.
Yes.
The Olympics.
Yes. So it's out there.
Any idea what the game was called? I do not remember.
I can't remember either.
Cinema something?
It was like cinemas, because it was you played off of them like you played dominoes. Like if it was Robin Williams and I had a card.
Okay, I got you.
And I had a card that said
what was
like
the end game? Just whoever runs out of their cards.
Whoever can get rid of the cards. Yep.
Oh God.
Because if I don't have a play, I got to draw from the deck. Cinelinx. Thank you.
You can pick it up on Amazon for like $23.
I'm for sure the best player of that game in Northern Illinois.
Well, I started playing. The guy laid a card down, and he was like Robert De Niro was in Deer Hunter with Christopher Walken, and I said, "No, you're thinking of."
You gamed him.
Yep, and I was like, "No, you're thinking of Al Pacino," and I laid Al Pacino down, and he was like, "I don't think Al Pacino was into Deer Hunter." I was like, "Yes, he was."
Look it up.
Yep, it was pretty great. But
that's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh,
maybe we could use that game to teach Rob to play the game.
And
we can try.
And that one listener we have who insists on telling me every time we play that's
right. That's factually incorrect.
You know that Bruce Willis wasn't actually in Splash, right? Yes.
We know Steve Guttenberg when we see him. Like, it's fine.
Steve Guttenberg. Are you thinking of Police Academy? I had a do review since we've been everywhere. We don't have to spend too much time on it. It's a change of pace. I got away from Cracked for a Vice article.
All right.
The title is what caught my eye. There's a section of Yellowstone where you can get away with murder. It goes on a lawyer talking about the fact that there's due to some federal mumbo jumbo in the way laws are written, there's 50 square miles in Yellowstone National Park that if you commit a capital crime, they couldn't find a jury to even convict you.
And that's even if they could figure out who had jurisdiction over it.
The state of Idaho claims they would have jurisdiction over it, but a federal crime on land owned by, or a capital crime on land owned by the feds does not fall in Idaho jurisdiction.
Right.
That's not a state job at that point. It's very interesting. I thought it was very interesting. According to Article 3 of the Constitution, federal criminal trials are held in the state in which the crime was committed, and the Sixth Amendment entitles a federal criminal defendant to a trial by jurors living in the state and district where the crime was committed. But if someone committed a crime in the uninhabited Idaho portion of Yellowstone, it would be impossible to form a jury, and being federal land, that state would have no jurisdiction. Here is a clear constitutional provision enabling criminal immunity in 50 square miles of America's oldest national park. I found that to be fascinating.
So,
yeah,
around the table, on your next trip or your hypothetical next trip to Yellowstone, who is the person that you bring with you so that you can
get away with murder?
Dick
Trump.
Cheney them.
And or any local pageant director.
I'm going to say Papa John.
Papa John.
Ooh,
strong choice.
Papa John.
I don't even know.
You're a diehard Domino's guy.
Papa John, if I smell their pizza, I get volcanic liquid shits for like 2 days.
Wow. Like if you get a whiff of Jose Cuervo.
Yes, it's the same thing.
It takes you back to first semester freshman year.
Yep. I drive past a Papa John's, I shit my pants. And so I would take him to Idaho. It's just a thing I'd do.
That makes sense.
Naturally.
Rob, who would you take?
Sorry, Rob still has to kill somebody. Go ahead.
Oh, we're jumping to me next. Okay, I was expecting to get another round out of this at least. Man, somebody that I would kill, allegedly, of course.
Oh yeah, this is all allegedly. So if Papa John winds up dead in Idaho, not me.
Let's go with John Travolta.
Just
He's past
because
his
of Broken Arrow.
Well, I mean that too, but he's past his prime, and all he's doing right now is feeding the world with Scientology, and we could probably do with less Scientology in the world. So
He wants out. He wants out, but he can't because
there is only one way out, Ryan, and that is through the middle of fucking Idaho.
There's only one way out. He has to drink a bottle of midichlorians.
A whole bottle.
and have Xanadu Xenu take him away.
Olivia Newton-John?
Mm-hmm. From Xanadu. I get it.
I know. That's usually a joke for one.
I get it, show. And it's funny. Joke for one with a hard blast? Thank you. How about you, Joe? Who would you hypothetically off?
I don't even know.
Oh, that's not a game we're going to play.
I know, but I don't want to kill anybody.
Joe, you've had literally 7 minutes to think of something.
I know, and I've literally, I've thought about a lot of people I'd love to embarrass. I can't think of anybody I want to kill.
No,
penis.
You can't get off the hook on this.
It's a hypothetical, and unless they turn up for some reason after this episode airs, you won't be suspected of anything.
It's hashtag hypothetical hit.
I know.
And if anybody wants to go ahead and join in on Twitter, go ahead and add us in hashtag hypothetical hit.
I don't have a single person I can think of.
Joe, Ashton Kutcher is off the top of my head.
Kim Jong-un.
Kim Jong-un. There you go.
There you go.
Wonderful. Go. Smart choice.
Very smart
Capital.
choice. Rid the world. Capital. I doff my cap to you.
What jumped out at me about that article, because I was actually very intrigued right away, but I was kind of disappointed. It just turns out to be a loophole in bumbling fucking federal bureaucracy. It was sort of anticlimactic to me. I was hoping it was like a really cool legend or something, but no, just lazy fucking bureaucrats. It's kind of a bummer.
Nick thought it was a cool legend.
Oh, I was hoping.
It's probably a great thriller novel that was referenced there.
Yeah, they did talk about how there was a guy who was writing about it, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I'd read that book.
It was
what the book was.
It was a park ranger who, knowing the statues, would bring people out there and off them.
Speaking of popping off and bringing it back to Ryan Lochte, maybe he had it right. Wow. I just happened to be perusing my phone here. I guess the other two jamokes that were out with him just got yanked off their flight home they didn't quite make it out in time before old Big Brother Brazil got to them.
Yeah,
so Lochte's back in the States, but those other two dudes
they're withholding their passports.
Yeah.
This might be a couple seconds late, but I thought you were doing a whole Pop Drop and Lochte thing.
Pop Drop and Lochte.
Oh, I wish I had now.
That's my new wedding dance move right there.
And the title of this episode.
Yes, it is. Yep, writes itself. It was going to be
right on time.
Hit Squad, but now it's Pop Drop and Lochte.
Right on time.
Well done, Rob. That was good. That was really good. That was
Stite.
That was sharp. And other SC and SCH words.
Like a Steiger.
Schward. Wait.
Schwartz.
That's as big as mine?
Mm-hmm.
There was some great Spaceballs cosplay at Gen Con.
There was.
Yeah, there really.
Yeah, there really was. And there was also some great Kung Fury, which that's why I know people would get it if I showed up, if we did like a Danger 5 thing.
You really think anybody would get it?
Yes. Especially if you did a Colonel Chestbridge.
Oh yeah,
that's the key.
Or if you did
draw straws to see who gets to be Chestbridge.
Or if you were Pierre's season 2 Bengal Tiger assistant. Kaitabo.
Yes.
Motorboat.
Do you need two separate people to go as Pierre, or just one person that goes as Pierre from each season?
You got
Like
there's season 1
Pierre.
and season 2 Pierre. It'd have to be two different people. Guy double. That's so funny. Who was the wolf head? It was like the wolf assassin, but it wasn't. It was like Heinrich Himmler.
Right. Not his dog. Not Robo-Dog.
No, not that one.
Cigarette. Do we have a cigarette smoking Robo-Dog if we go as Dangerfield?
See, it's just a competition to see who can do something better than Pop Jock and Lochte.
No one tonight.
Because episode 331, cigarette smoking Robo-Dog, is pretty
good.
Pretty damn good.
We're just stockpiling them. Speaking of stockpiling, do we find any citizens to speak with us tonight?
We actually do have some guests, and they are all ready.
Nice.
It's 3 guests.
Oh,
actually.
God.
All right.
Yep. It's Petrus, Adam, and the artist, whose name is eluding me. This is very professional. Diane from Archon Games will be joining us as I add them to the call now. Is that a noise that only I heard?
Hello?
Hello.
Greetings.
Capital.
Hey,
Who do we got? Is this the crew from Archon Games?
you happen to have the crew from Archon Games here.
Absolutely. How you doing, guys? And
Great.
what brings you here tonight? Are we going to talk about the greatest game ever?
I think so. That's the word on the streets.
Well, if I can, I actually had another surprise guest, but I don't know if he's going to be able to make it on tonight.
Anticlimactic, right?
I'm sorry. Our friend Lewis from Tulsa.
Lewis.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get him on
That's
so
exciting.
he can lay a plague on us.
Mr. Giles.
But introduce yourselves to our listeners.
Sure. So I'm Adam from Archon Games.
I am Petrus from Archon Games.
And I am Diane from Archon Games.
Are you guys all from Archon Games?
We are the Archon Game.
I lied, I'm not from Archon Games.
We've got a spy amongst us.
Now, Diane, you're the artist, though, right?
Somewhat, yeah.
Somewhat. Did you do the art for Eschaton?
I did a good portion of it,
Oh
yes.
my God, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Give us a Kickstarter update.
Yeah, so big news as far as that goes. We are at 14,000, which is way beyond our expectations for the original run here. We're pretty excited about it. That means that we can do some more professional stuff for this. We're looking at some real manufacturing now. We're actually going to be posting an update on that real soon.
Yeah, it's gone beyond just doing what you saw at Gen Con, where we had the handmade premiere to an actual production run. So we're able to offer a lot more to people that are pledging than just the handmade kind of stuff.
Now, for our listeners at home, and I guess wherever else they would be listening, tell us a little bit about Eschaton. What exactly is it? How do you play it? How do we go about it?
We have prisoners who listen from prison.
We do.
Good. They're captive audience.
Yeah.
Our core audience.
Right.
Sadly.
They get a podcast hour once every 13 days, so they tune in to us.
That's on the prison? I don't actually know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Brighten up their lives with the infinite darkness.
Brighten up their lives with the infinite darkness that is Eschaton. Mm-hmm.
Yes, the luminous abyss.
Revel in the end, everyone. No escape.
Reveling.
Excellent. Yeah, so Eschaton, what it is, it's a cult strategy deck builder in which you take the role of a cult leader in a dark fantasy world that is on the brink of Armageddon. The whole point of the game is to accrue the favor of the Dark One by conquering territories, collecting powerful arcana and relics, all while attempting to conquer the world and eliminate as many of the other opponents on the board as you can.
So when you went to Gen Con, I'm sure you expected the boost to your Kickstarter being at Gen Con, but did you expect 14 grand 2 weeks later?
We weren't really sure what to expect because, we sat at home in a closet with our group of friends and we played it. We thought it was pretty cool, and we were excited to finally take it out into the world and share it with, people that were hardcore gamers and the whole community that goes to Gen Con. And the response was just beyond what we could have expected, really, because you never know going from that forum of, these are your friends. They're going to tell you it's great no matter what, essentially. And then you go out into the real world where everyone's played a million games and they don't care about your feelings and they'll tell you the truth about it. And we were just endlessly excited to see that, we made a game that actually maybe didn't suck. So
what the elephant in the room for us anyway, when we first showed up there, was because we were looking for you guys. We couldn't find you because of a name change.
Yeah, so we're operating under a new banner now. So Travesty Games still exists. It's essentially a trade name or a DBA of Archon Games LLC. So with Travesty Games, I was working with Gilbert Nickel, who's an awesome designer on all the products that you've previously seen. But now that we're in Boulder, we kind of have a new crew, and we want to make sure that that's representative of that crew. So we decided to opt for this new name for the new project.
And so you so like Shindigma Sting.
Well done. Try that one more time.
Nope.
Faster though.
I'm red wine drunk, and we're gonna leave it at that.
Shindig machine.
Shindig Mustang.
I drank.
That's a sequel.
Got rid of all my goat's blood last time I played Eschaton, so I just switched to red wine.
Oh,
That makes sense.
Pretty close.
progression.
Toot our own horn for us. Did we have enough fun playing Eschaton?
You guys were among the best crowd we had, screaming and hooting and hollering in the name of the Dark One, plagues and curses. It was a good time. We definitely loved having you every year. I mean, we had a great time playing Shindig with you guys last year, and we're excited to see that you found us even despite the name change and sat down to try out our new game. And I'm glad you guys had fun. It seemed like you did, at least.
Oh yeah. No, it was definitely it was one of the highlight games for me coming out of Gen Con this year. You guys really, really managed to put together a really solid game.
Thank you so much.
Nick, you weren't there, and we apologize for that.
No, we don't. You should have been there. This is entirely on you, Nick.
How is that?
No one's fault but your own. Nick, I'm disappointed.
Thank you. I file on.
In your stead, there was 5 seats open to play some Eschaton, and there was 4 of us. And so
This where you found the rodeo cowboy?
We shanghaied our man Lewis, who is going to join us here presently, I hope. He sat in our 5th chair, and turned out that he is he fit right in.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. So I'm going to bring him. I want to see if Lewis had just as good a time as we did. I haven't talked to him since that first day at Gen Con. But if he doesn't answer his call, he's only getting 1 shot.
Just one?
And Fight the wrath of the Dark One.
And call failed. So it looks like Lewis missed his shot.
Better luck next Gen Con or something.
So what's next for Archon besides riding this Kickstarter out?
Or the next step in this Kickstarter, I guess, afterwards.
Well, right now it's just feeding this, making sure everything lines up for the production run and scaling it up so that it works as we do, professional manufacturing. From there, just hooking up with distributors, making sure we can get European distribution. We've had a lot of interest from people in Canada and overseas and Europe and such. And right now, just with having done everything in-house, it was a little too expensive. We wanted to make sure we could offer a fair price as far as shipping. So we've been going through the logistics so we could offer it to them fairly and not screw them over in pricing. And then from there, by next Gen Con, we'll show up with a mountain of Eschaton and hopefully some expansions. We're working on some playtesting of some expansion material to build upon the world that is Eschaton.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about this world right now. We're kind of in love with the dark fantasy aesthetic, and I think it's something that we really want to pursue going forward. So whether that be expansions of this game or maybe doing some role-playing game supplements that are set in this world.
When are we getting to the Eschaton D20 system?
Funny you should ask.
I'm already down for it.
More importantly, when am I going to get my, hey, could you play test this box to my house?
We'll have to fly you guys out here.
Now we're talking.
We play in caves up in the mountains out here. We keep it legit. There's a reason the theme is so dark. I mean, 6 months of winter up here. It's cold and spooky.
Nick, you down for a trip to Boulder? Place to do some play testing?
I'll be out in Boulder in 2 weeks.
Fantastic.
Oh, cool.
The stage is set.
Coincidentally. So,
Perfect.
challenge, Ryan. Get your ass out there.
Well, now I got to go to Boulder.
It's on
I'll go to
now.
Boulder. I'm in. Where's
whoa,
that? Where
is
is
you?
It's not the worst place. I promise you. You probably end up having a good time.
How far away?
Boulder's lovely.
Hey, how far away from Boulder is the Idaho part of the Yellowstone?
You shut your face. I'm not falling for it a second time.
And does Papa John still live in Denver?
Does Papa John live in Denver?
Praise the Papa.
He rents out Peyton Manning's basement, doesn't he?
Oh man, welcome to
No, I
Papa's
think that's just
house.
ad space.
Oh,
No, the ad space is
cardboard, Papa John.
The ad space would be used on Peyton Manning's illustrious forehead. That's where the ad space would go. In case you were wondering. My God. Did you guys like Papa John's? Did I hurt your feelings?
No. We're originally from Chicago, so I mean we're ruined as far as pizza.
Yeah.
We knew we liked you guys.
The rest of the world is just subpar and sad. We're isolated, we're pariahs.
Finally, some deep dish people.
Oh yeah, seriously. That's all that really matters.
That was like goal one upon arrival in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Go and find
Go
some
over to Giordano's.
Well, the real question is,
friend who's
are you Giordano's folks? Are you Geno's East?
Geno's East,
Lou
personally.
Malnati's?
I think Giordano's and Geno's East are the top tier in our book.
I like Giordano's.
See, we got a split
We
here.
did get Giordano's at Gen Con.
Yeah.
We had it delivered
nice.
to us at Gen Con.
Solid.
I like Lou Malnati's, but just not as much as the other two.
That's tier 2. It's all right.
When you're in a pinch, it'll do.
Yeah, for sure. It's top 3. It's okay.
It's the Blake Bortles of pizza in Chicago.
I mean, it's no Papa John's, but
Right.
What is?
Seriously, if I'm a little
collegiate nightmare.
If I'm a little backed up, I drive past the Papa John's, I shit myself for a week.
The sheer notion.
Right.
The thought of it makes my belly hurt right now.
Oh God, we gotta stop. We gotta stop this.
I can't. It's amazing. It's the worst.
Wait.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, not to go there, but
So, you guys also had another game that we got to try out at Gen Con that I was really excited about. And that was Death Fear. You want to tell us a little bit about that? Or the people that I guess would be less familiar with it?
Sure.
I.e. Nick, since he didn't show up.
Yeah, Death Fear. Nick. Yeah, Death Fear is a game that we actually kickstarted with Travesty in 2012. So that's a bit of an old game, but still a favorite, I'd say. The whole premise of that is that you are a group of adventurers that are trapped in a tomb, and you discover that the only way out is to collect pieces of a demon and graft them to your body until you have enough of them to become the demon, and then kill all of your friends, like you do. So the game is kind of a movement management game where you are rolling dice to collect parts, which are going to affect where you land on the board. Different parts let you attack at certain distances or give you certain extra abilities. So the more parts you have, the better control you have over what's happening in the game.
And it is a fantastic bloodbath.
I had to leave early, didn't get a chance to play it, but I've heard good things.
You really missed out. It's a good one.
How come Ryan doesn't get a rash of shit for leaving early? But
he had made a presence.
Because he's fried, Nick.
I did show up a little bit.
It is like in your backyard.
So, there's a fundamental problem with this episode in that we have a lady here who hasn't had any questions fielded her way.
Well,
tell us.
Ask me anything.
I want to know about the artwork of Eschaton.
Hello,
Lewis.
Whoa, the elusive Lewis.
Dramatic.
Oh, there he goes again.
Oh, that's all he gets.
Just
well,
want to
he
say
made
hi
his
to
appearance.
So it's some rad artwork, and I want to where does that come from?
What games do you play? What books do you read?
I play. Can I swear on this? I'm not going to.
Oh yeah. Fucking no, you can't say.
I don't think you've ever fucking swore on this.
Never, not once.
Ever.
Let the lady talk, Rob. Jesus.
I play a shit ton of Magic the Gathering these days. So So big influences there. And I can't take credit for all of the artwork. We did have some other in-house artists that worked on, like I did not do any of the beautiful banner artwork that you saw there. That was another one of our in-house artists. I did primarily the character design, which is kind of more my field. And I guess it came from, just these rad guys and seeing the work that they did with Death Fear in particular. And the characters there and kind of go in that direction. And I think we took a lot of inspiration from historical armor and photos, and just kind of weird religious cult imagery from around the world, different cultures.
It melds in the most beautiful of ways. It's really just captivates the whole dark fantasy feel for Eschaton.
It was super fun to do.
Now, did you have any hand in Shindig Machine?
I did in the expansion, the Little Scene expansion. I was not part of the original crew, but I do have some things in the expansion that I don't think was at Gen Con this year.
Yeah, we sold out of that. We're kind of pondering the notion of doing like a much bigger expansion that would perhaps be like a Shindig Machine 2. Not sure where that falls in the timeline, but I think it would be a pretty fun project. Yeah, always good to have some extra cards.
Just piles of ideas over here.
Well, what's cool about Shindig Machine, I can only assume, is that y'all sit around a table and someone says like, what about a duffel bag full of cactuses? Can we put that on a card? And the guy says like, yeah, Shindig Machine. Okay, cool.
How about Owl Jesus, prayer hands, fire behind his head?
Perfect. You know those diagrams? You know those diagrams about the different cuts of beef?
Yeah.
Let's do that, but let's put them. Let's maybe it's like a cat.
What's explosive?
That's Shindig. That's how I can only assume Shindig Machine gets made. And then some poor artist like you, ma'am, gets this folder full of things she has to draw, like a duffel bag full of cactuses. What is that?
Autonomy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones I did mostly at 3 a.m, deprived of sleep, watching RuPaul's Drag Race reruns.
That would explain a lot.
That explains the exact pile of ingredients that you need to sit around and come up with artwork for Shindig Machine.
Yeah, it's either peyote buttons or that.
just another day in Boulder, Colorado. It's just how it is. It's just shit we see out on the streets when we're walking around, going to work and stuff. It's like,
I take inspiration from daily life.
Yeah.
It just kind of flows from the things that you see.
Like I said, Boulder, Colorado, sweet place.
Come on out.
Yeah, come on out, guys. Let's get weird in Boulder.
It's kind of funny with the original Shindig. We actually did create the list of crazy ideas. So it was, we sat around and we're like, okay, I don't know, space whale. All right, hipster vampire, all these things, we weren't really sure. They were just concepts on a page, and we kind of distributed them out to people and saw what happened.
Because you had 4 or 5 different artists working on it.
Yeah, that one was Carrie Barnett, who's an amazing artist. She's done stuff for Fantasy Flight's Game of Thrones game, card game. So you see a lot of her artwork in that game. Sid Mangle did about a third of the cards in that. I'm not sure what he's up to these days, but
and you
and me. Yeah, I did some stuff for that game. I drew some pictures.
Yeah. Adam also did the map art and a lot of the design for the events and the omens in Eschaton. So gotta give credit there too. And then Tracy Burnham, who did work on Shindig as well, did all the edicts and stuff. He does a lot of woodblock cuts that end up really cool. Our big banners that we had hanging, the big stark black and white, were Tracy Burnham's work.
Yeah, if you see the cover of Death Fear, which is just the demon part symbols, he did all of those.
That's true. Yeah, Death Fear. So a lot of that style leaked in. That super uber evil.
It is dark, man.
I like it a lot.
It's a dichotomy. The darkness and the madness. It's somewhere between Shindig and Eschaton. That's our life.
That's an absolute great reward tier for a Kickstarter would be you get to submit a 10 Shindig Machine cards.
Yeah. Thoughts for the expansion.
That would be. I would pay for that handsomely to know that card was mine.
For sure.
Expansion.
Oh, okay.
Nick, think of the weirdest thing you could think of and say it. And I'm not talking Ray Stans, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
You got to give me some kind of parameter.
No.
Nope.
You're distracted.
Somewhere between Space Whale. I am the Dark One of Eschaton, here to ruin this podcast. I'm a demon, and I want to ruin things involving this podcast. The Dark One.
There we are.
Oh wait, what's this?
Uh-oh.
That looks
God.
good. Hey,
Okay.
yeah, I'm into that icon.
All right.
I'm wondering at what point what were we talking about? We lost Rob.
Shindig machine.
We were on Shindig Machine.
Shindig machine.
Shindig machine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna count to 3. 1, 2, 3. So Shindig machine. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
pretty groovy.
seamless.
The best.
Wow.
It's pretty great. You know,
It's a card game.
it is.
It is a card game.
So I hear.
Tom Selleck face.
I can
I
see
think it's
that.
a way of life more than anything, really.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I wake
just
up in the morning and I decide my day with a tarot card of.
play a hand and then go from there.
It's just kind of the schedule at that point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do it like
Right.
I do it like almost like a fortunes forecast thing. I shuffle the deck and I say like boxing owl, guy selling me mustaches, milkman. Okay, whatever that means.
Shopping list?
I'm gonna make some coffee and go to work.
Oh, floating islands in space. Huh, I guess it's a space battle today.
Bring your umbrella. It's going to get rough.
So at the culmination of our show, as you guys may remember, we do this thing where we ask around the table what you've been geeking on this week.
Oh, God.
So you guys can either go last or you could go first. Guest's choice.
Let's let you guys set it up.
Okay, so last.
Yeah, we'll go last. We'll take last.
Joe, what
stage.
are you geeking on this week?
I am geeking on Harry Potter this week.
Actually had something. He
I
didn't do
like
actually
off
have
the
something.
cuff too.
He didn't do like I knew you were gonna go to me first.
I did. I hoped you would go to me first this time because I was prepared. No, I got Harry Potter and the Cursed Child for my birthday, and I finally got around to reading it, and it was really good. And so now I'm on a whole thing. Like I've also finished the Sorcerer's Stone in the last week and most of the Chamber of Secrets.
Nice.
I would live in that world.
I still haven't
You know,
touched a single Harry Potter book.
that and Star
What?
Wars. I would live in both of those worlds.
You haven't touched a single
I
Harry
have-
Potter book?
I've always written it off as like lesser fantasy. I don't know, Tolkien all the way. I just everything
No,
else. I'm like,
It's not,
I
it's not
understand.
mutually exclusive.
I get it. I'm
You
I'm
can't-
neurotic and weird like that. I'm like, if I wanted to read about wizards,
audiobooks.
I know.
I sat in my car for like 7 hours, like after like work, listening to the audiobook. Like I totally killed the battery in it. It was really bad.
Yeah, the audiobook is
The
amazing.
audiobook is
yeah, I'll
fantastic.
probably have to throw it in there. I've been addicted to Audible lately, so I'll pull it up there while I work in my shop.
Jim Dale has actually won a Grammy for it.
Really, so the performance is also just,
Grammys.
Grammys.
Nice.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
all right.
great.
Yeah.
All right, I'm buying it.
Good.
I can't figure out
That was an
Audible.
easy
I
sell.
feel like an idiot.
I have faith in you. You'll figure
I've
it out.
listened to like 80 books worth of the free sample.
Sure.
It's like 3 minutes in, I'm like, oh, well, that was James Lee Burke's Tin Roof Blowdown. On to the next free sample.
They give you 2 books for free.
Yeah, and then they give you like a book a month or something.
If you go to audible.com/geekcastlive, you can get a freebie.
Whoa.
There you go.
And
Whoa.
I just can't I can't figure it
Hashtag subtle plugging. Hashtag.
Yeah.
out.
Harry Potter, here I come.
We're still doing phrasing.
Superman inside of Supergirl on the CW. Who's next?
Nick, what are you geeking on this week?
I've lost my momentum for the night of.
Oh.
I was on my Rob's grind for that last week,
Mhm.
HBO series, but it's kind of jumped the rails a little bit. Episode 4 and 5, so I'm off that, and I cracked into Nick Offerman's book. It's Gumption. It's a kind of a American history satire sort of bit. Nick Offerman of Parks and Rec fame apparently is an author, and apparently a good one. So
and a woodworker.
Yeah. It was kind of a random library grab, so cracked into that, and 7 pages in, it seems like off to a good start.
The whole 7 pages in.
Really tearing into that, Nick.
10,000 words a page, though. So
Right.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
my idle time is sad. So
It's more of a manuscript at that
stay
point.
tuned for
though.
updates.
it's true.
No?
How about Rye? What might you be geeking on aside from chasing the elusive internet?
Central Air.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a good
Yeah.
choice.
Close second.
Yeah, the house I'm in now, this creepy empty house that I'm in now that I haven't sold yet, but has the internet.
God.
It's me again, the evil dark one of Eschaton. Blah. I've infected Rob's computer with a virus, because he did not pray to me, and now I'm ruining things. I'm also a demon. And the cult's not too bad. There's a 401k, and so if you join before the 31st, we can get you rolled into that. We're not unionized, so there's no picketing really. It's just cult stuff. It's really not all that bad. We do lunches every other Wednesday in the Citadel. It's mostly rotted man flesh and brimstone, but the cook at the TGI Fridays we go to is really good. So I mean, he puts that Jack Daniel's bourbon barbecue sauce on it, which is not too bad. But anyway, overall, we're really just looking for cooperative people who want to enjoy, what it is we do here in Eschaton. And so anyway, Dark One, ruining things. Blah.
Why am I having this problem? Why, oh why indeed? Come on. Rejoin the call. Rejoin the call. Come on. What the fuck, internet? God damn it, god damn it, god damn it, god damn it. Just fucking go. This should not be a problem. First world fucking country. I'll even take shitty internet. I'll take shitty internet over no internet. Why are you not staying connected? Oh, I wish that this would fucking work all the live long day. Oh, I wish this would fucking work. God damn it.
Hey, it's the demon again. I could have made this stop a long time ago, but I'm really having a good time with Rob. He just hasn't really, he's actually in the cult. It just isn't paying dues. So this is kind of how I'm getting back at him. We'll get back to the podcast here in a second. But in the meantime, this guy, right? What a dick.
Hi, Rob.
Hi, guys.
You seem to have been booted, but added on my phone now.
You're back?
That's weird.
Yes.
We're all back for some reason.
Oh.
Except Nick.
Oh, well.
Lewis! Hey!
Well, what the fuck?
What?
Well, I was trying to get...
I'm alive.
And there's Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
But Lewis is here now, too.
Everyone's here.
What the...
Rob, are you recording?
Yeah, I sure as fuck am. I've got
Hey,
a lot
what
of
are you guys taking on this week?
How's it going, guys?
Great.
Oh, now they're gone.
How are you doing, Lewis?
This is
What is happening?
This is a train wreck. What the fuck?
We've had internet connectivity issues during this whole podcast, Lewis. Oh, there he went.
In true Geekcast fashion. Guys, I am so sorry. I don't know what the...
Are you still
Oh,
recording,
yeah, no,
right?
I'm fucking recording still. I haven't... You're gonna have, at least a solid, 10 or 15 minutes, apparently, of me just swearing myself.
Well, here's the deal. I'm just gonna put in explosion noises. We decided, Michael Bay style, every time the call dropped.
Good.
But here's for those of you who are still with us after this disaster of an episode, the guys and gal, Diane, Adam, and Petrus from Archon Games were with us, and they were talking about their Kickstarter. They have a bunch of stretch goals coming because it's been so successful. We asked them what they're geeking on, and they said the Rogue One trailer.
Good choice.
Star Wars is in their blood. We've been told. Joe, what else were they geeking on? They were geeking on the Kickstarter, of course.
Right.
Yep. I don't remember, to be honest with you. I was trying to figure out how to make my Audacity record. So my focus was entirely on that.
One Track Joe. At it again. Well, for those who are still listening,
I don't know if you expect much more from Geekcast Live.
Yeah.
So,
a huge shout out to Archon Games for helping us through this train wreck and being awesome and having one of the coolest games at Gen Con this year. Definitely go check out Eschaton on Kickstarter. It is absolutely, absolutely worth it. Total blast to play.
So special thanks to Archon Games. Special yanks to
all of you. To everyone. Special yanks for everyone.
Special yanks to Lewis Giles, who was on the show twice tonight for mere moments.
I love that it all came back to arcane hand jobs.
Yep. Special yanks.
Hashtag.
So, well, stay for the plugs.
Stay for the rest of the plugs.
Bye.
Sure, there'll be some, unless the call dropped, of course.
If you have listened to the show before, you are most likely familiar with the guys from Wayward Raven. And if you haven't listened to the show, you're going to have to just trust me on this one. These guys are the best and have some kick-ass wares over at waywardraven.com. So head over there and check them out. Use our discount code NECKBEARD and save yourself some dollar bills.
If you don't get enough of Geekcast Joe, check me out on my other show, This Freakin' Show, at thisfreakinshow.com.
If you like us and want us to pull off even more hijinks, head on over to patreon.com/geekcastlive and hook us up. We promise to do right by those who do and promise to curse those of you who don't. I'm looking at you, Derek.
If you like what we do or you want to harass us, be sure to check us out on Twitter at Geekcast Live, Geekcast Rye, Geekcast Base, Geekcast Joe, and Geekcast Nick. If you want to check out our podcast, be sure to go to gcl.ninja. Want to check our Facebook out and interact with us? Geekcast Live is what you got to search for. And be sure to check us out on iTunes. Give us 5 stars. Lie if you have to.
Hey everyone, this is GCR. Thanks for listening to yet another episode of the Geekcast Live podcast. This week's bit of bass is one I found on Spotify on their United States Viral 50. It is Can't Hide featuring Ashay, and I hope you enjoy it. Deuces.
Hey, yeah, hell, I know how it is sometimes. You're holding on, trying to forget them all night till you're drunk. And you text that other ex, the one that said that they'd be there when you needed them. Peace of mind, don't waste your time with looking back. They're broken pieces of past. Come here and make some love that makes some love that lasts, lasts, lasts. You can't hide. Come make some love that lasts, lasts, lasts. You can't hide. Come make some love that lasts. You lay back, cold shower with the music on, hoping the sounds will drown them out till you're sober now. Fighting the thoughts that you will never be in love, that you will never feel it all from this time